What does it mean when a legacy doesn't just continue, but comes full circle? For fans of General Hospital, that question takes on a deeply emotional meaning as the spotlight turns to the daughter of Rena Sofer and Wally Kurth. This isn't just nostalgia. It's not just history. It's something more personal. Because when real life and soap legacy intersect, the result isn't just a storyline. It's a moment. GH's legacy comes full circle for Rena Sofer and Wally Kurth's daughter. In a genre built on generational storytelling, few moments resonate as deeply as those that blur the line between fiction and reality. General Hospital has always thrived on legacy, families, histories, and connections that stretch across decades. But occasionally, something happens that elevates that legacy beyond narrative structure. A real-life continuation, a symbolic passing of the torch. That is what makes this moment involving Rena Sofer, Wally Kurth, and their daughter so compelling. It is not simply about lineage, it is about continuity, identity, and the enduring power of storytelling across generations. The power of legacy in soap storytelling. Legacy is not just a theme in General Hospital, it is the foundation. Characters are rarely defined only by their present actions. They are shaped by family history, past relationships, emotional inheritance, long-standing connections. This creates a layered narrative environment where every new development echoes something that came before, and when a real-life legacy intersects with that structure, the impact becomes even more significant. Rena Sofer and Wally Kurth. Established pillars. To understand the weight of this moment, it's important to recognize the roles of Rena Sofer and Wally Kurth within the General Hospital universe. Both are not just actors, they are part of the show's identity. Their presence represents longevity, character depth, emotional continuity. Over time, they have become familiar anchors within an ever-evolving cast. So when their real-life daughter becomes part of the conversation, it adds a new dimension to that legacy. A new generation steps forward. The idea of a full circle moment is not just symbolic, it suggests transition, movement, continuation. Their daughter represents a new generation, one that carries both the weight and the opportunity of that legacy. But this isn't about comparison. It's not about replicating what came before, it's about reinterpretation. Because every generation reshapes legacy in its own way. The emotional resonance of continuity. What makes this moment resonate so strongly is its emotional authenticity. This is not a scripted storyline. It is rooted in real relationships, real history, real connection. And that authenticity translates to the audience. Viewers who have followed General Hospital for years, or even decades, recognize the significance immediately. It's not just another casting or appearance. It's a reflection of time itself, blurring the line between fiction and reality. Soap operas often mirror real life, but rarely do they intersect with it so directly. This moment blurs that line. The fictional world of Port Charles meets real-world continuity, and in doing so, it creates a layered experience. Narrative legacy within the show, personal legacy outside of it, emotional resonance that bridges both. This blending is rare, and when it happens, it elevates the storytelling. Audience connection. Why it matters. Longtime viewers don't just watch General Hospital, they invest in it. They build emotional connections with characters, actors, and storylines. So when a moment like this occurs, it feels personal because it reflects something familiar, the passage of time, the continuation of family, the idea that stories and the people who tell them evolve. The weight of expectation. With legacy comes expectation. Their daughter stepping into this space inevitably invites comparison. To her parents, to past performances, to the broader history of the show. But expectation is not inherently negative. It creates interest, curiosity, engagement, and ultimately, it sets the stage for something new. Identity versus inheritance. One of the most compelling aspects of this moment is the balance between identity and inheritance. How does someone honor a legacy while still defining their own path? This question applies both within the narrative and outside of it, because legacy can guide, but it should not confine. And the most successful continuations are those that acknowledge the past, engage with the present, create something distinct for the future, a reflection of GH's enduring strength. Moments like this highlight one of General Hospital's greatest strengths, its ability to evolve while maintaining continuity. The show does not rely solely on nostalgia. It integrates the past into the present and uses that integration to build the future. This full circle moment is a perfect example of that process. The symbolism of full circle. The phrase full circle carries meaning beyond its literal interpretation. It suggests completion, renewal, continuity. In this context, it represents the idea that stories and the people connected to them never truly end. They transform. They return in new forms. They continue through new voices. The future possibilities. This moment opens the door to multiple possibilities. Expanded storytelling opportunities, new character dynamics, deeper emotional layers within the narrative. It also invites speculation. How will this legacy continue to evolve? What new directions might it take? And how will the audience respond? The balance of nostalgia and innovation. One of the challenges in legacy storytelling is balancing nostalgia with innovation. Too much nostalgia can feel repetitive. Too much innovation can feel disconnected. But when done well, the two complement each other. This moment achieves that balance by honoring the past, introducing something new, allowing both to coexist. Why this storyline resonates deeply. At its core, this is not just a story about actors or characters. It is about family, continuity, time, and the enduring nature of connection. These are universal themes, and that universality is what makes the moment resonate beyond the specifics of the show. Final thoughts. The legacy moment involving Rena Sofer, Wally Kurth, and their daughter in General Hospital is more than a passing highlight. It is a reflection of everything the show represents: continuity, connection, evolution. It reminds us that stories do not exist in isolation. They are carried forward by people, by generations, by moments that bridge past and present. And sometimes, when everything aligns just right, those stories come full circle.